Well, in a matter of hours, kids of all ages will be knocking on your doors, trick-or-treating, eating all types of candy that they can get their hands on, but it can cause stomach issues. Here to talk more about the common issues your kid can have this holiday season is GI Dr. Michael Thomas, a pediatric GI doctor. Thank you so much for coming by with us and talking about some of the things kids ingest. I mean, I was reading the list that you all sent. I would have no idea that it's not only candy that might be bad candy, but also decorations.
Yes, decorations
Okay,
as
talk
well.
about that.
Thanks again for having me. So yeah, over 100,000 reported cases annually happen with these foreign body ingestions.
Okay.
It's been on the rise for about the last 2 decades for kids under 6. Over 75% of those 100,000 cases occur in children.
Yeah.
Usually between 1 and 3. That's the most prime age for these ingestions to happen, just because of their developmental stage,
Right.
curiosity for their environment. And things like coins, toys, toy parts, jewelry, home products, home office products, and then holiday decorations tend to be ingested.
Yeah, I can imagine during the holiday season, there's a lot more things you get your hands on.
Yes.
So when we talk about maybe having your eyes off your kids for a little bit, but there are signs to look at if your kid maybe ingested something and you didn't see it. So talk about those signs parents can look out for.
Exactly. The signs and symptoms you're looking for possible foreign body ingestion in children can be anything from choking, gagging, drooling, spitting, difficulty swallowing, vomiting, abdominal pain, or any kind of abrupt change in the behavior from your child. It's important to note that over 50% of the time, these cases, there are no signs or symptoms, so they're often overlooked.
Okay, and so should a parent, what should they do if they realize any of those symptoms are happening? Should they immediately call an ER doctor? What should they do in that moment?
Depending if it was witnessed and what it saw, it's a good idea to call the doctor. And if there's any signs or symptoms that accompany that, outcomes for these foreign bodies ingestions, over 80% of the time, most of these objects pass without complications.
Mm-hmm.
The remaining parts sometimes need to be endoscopically retrieved because they're unable to pass, so they cause potential harm. And very few cases require surgery.
And talking about Halloween, it can be scary sometimes when you're getting candy from people you don't know. They should check, though, that candy before the kids eat it, right?
100%,
Okay.
absolutely, yes.
And do you see, in terms of people, what they should look out for in the future when they're maybe putting things out in the house? Should they hide certain things at a certain hour? Or if kids are around one space, maybe put the decorations in another area? What should they do?
The best advice, keep it out of your house.
Okay.
Even if there's older siblings that are more age appropriate, it's important to know if you have younger kids or developmentally or special needs, it's a higher risk for ingestion to keep them out of the house.
Okay, just important to think about this as the holidays are ramping up. Doctor, we thank you so much for
Thanks for having
stopping
me.
by
I
and
appreciate
offering this advice. If you want to learn more about this information or just curious about how to handle things, go to our website. We have a link up right now, Halloween candy safety for you. Sandra?